Hey YouTube, time for a little chat here. So, more update on what to expect in the coming weeks. So here's a little bit of a story time as to reason why my computer is currently being repaired or trashed up at the moment. So, I'm a big gamer, as you guys know. I love playing games. My computer rig has probably been stuck in 5 generations ago. Last currently running the Ryzen 1800X and the Radeon 480 um, graphics card. And while both are really good budget and still pretty good medium rigs now, it was getting a bit dated and it was about time for an upgrade. So I went ahead and got the parts I needed and got everything put back together. And next thing I know, computer doesn't start. So I'm like, well, shit. What could it be? So going through everything for you computer techies, the motherboard was flashing a DRAM issue. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe the RAM I have is incompatible. So went to the store and bought some new RAM, a little bit faster, a lot better than the old RAM I had. I would be downgrading from 64 RAM to 32, but the processing speed for it is about double, so give or take, less memory but more processing power from the RAM, so I'll take it. So I come back, get the RAM working, and still showing the same issue. So I'm like, okay, what the hell else could it be? I resocket everything together, try to make sure everything's seated properly, working properly, and still coming back with an issue. So then a thought occurred to me, well, my motherboard is an older model and may have needed a BIOS update. So I tried to get the old processor in. Mind you, I was awake for like 24 hours at this point trying to get everything working and scrambling. And in the process of me being tired and scrambling to put everything back, I pretty much busted the old CPU, so couldn't use that to get into the computer to update the BIOS, and the motherboard was an older model, so it didn't have any capability of like Q flashing or anything of the sort without being able to get into the BIOS manually. So I went ahead and got a new motherboard, thinking, well, that should fix the issue surely. Pretty much at this point, everything in the computer is brand new. So it's pretty much a net new PC, except for the power supply, which is older but still hanging on and working pretty well. So a few more days passed. That was when I made the announcement that there wouldn't be videos for the week. And then once that part got here, um, come Sunday, I put everything back together again, get everything reseated, get everything put back in. Lo and behold, it still doesn't work. So, after that, I'm like, what the could it be? So, I drove myself nuts trying to figure out what the hell it is. I don't have much time to troubleshoot more, so I'm like, screw it. I took it to a shop. They pretty much just got back to me today with the same conclusion that I was thinking. They couldn't narrow it down to the CPU or the motherboard, but more than likely it was both a dead on arrival CPU and possibly a dead on arrival motherboard. I'm not too sure with the motherboard. They didn't have any other parts that were compatible with that motherboard that could be socketed into and tested. So here I am. I returned those two parts. Now I just gotta wait on the funds to come back and the other part to get shipped, and then I get another fun trip to Micro Center. Hopefully, they're not selling uh, the new 3060S again when I get there. Last time I went, there was a line out the door of like 50 people waiting to get their new GPU, or trying to at least. So that was fun. But yeah, so they're looking like probably Monday or Tuesday I should have my computer back up and running, but what that does mean is there's probably not going to be any gaming content. I may try to still post videos on this kind of informal format, just as something. But yeah, you never really notice how much something takes up your life or impacts you more than when it's gone. So yeah, I'm just kind of sitting around trying to do things now, figuring out what I can do to pass spare time. I can't really make recordings without my computer, and I don't want to continue anything that I have started because then I would obviously defeat the purpose of the Let's Plays that we've been doing. And honestly, I've really enjoyed making the videos of those, and not being able to do that kind of sucks. So, I'll try to figure something out for the time being as far as what video you guys are seeing. So, hopefully, come Tuesday, I'll be able to get some my computer back up and running, and then maybe possibly be able to do a few videos. Usually, I do my recordings Monday and Tuesday because that's the days I have off of work, and that's honestly the best uh, what have you. That's the best day I can actually get everything pumped out, everything edited, because it usually takes me all day Monday to record, and then all day Tuesday to, or not all day, but most of the day Monday and most of the day Tuesday to edit everything, and then get that pumped out. So, thanks for sticking with me, guys. Hopefully, everything will turn out just fine once I get those new pieces in. So, until then, stay fluffy, guys. Peace.